Hi, second grade. I'm very excited because today we get to go on a virtual field trip to my sister's farm in Delaplane. So I'm gonna go ahead and buckle myself in and head out there. Northstar Stables is a riding facility that allows people of all different abilities to be able to ride. So we're gonna take a look at what it's like at Northstar Stables. In addition to having horses, they also have lots of other animals. It's a beautiful morning on the farm. Today we're gonna get to help out with some different farm chores, and you're gonna get to meet some really cool animals, and you're gonna learn a little bit about what it's like to live on a farm. And I think you could probably hear in the background some of the horses want to say hi. Those are the ponies. We'll get to spend some more time with them later. But before we begin looking at the different videos, I want to introduce you to some important people. So the first person is my oldest sister, Teresa, and she is the one in charge of Northstar Stables, who gives a lot of the riding lessons. Then there's my nephew, James, who's actually 8 years old, so he's about the same age as you guys. He has Down syndrome, so some things are a little bit harder for him, and sometimes it might be a little bit hard to understand him, but he's just like you guys. He likes hockey, he likes to play sports. Then there's my niece, Rita, who is in kindergarten, and she does a lot of helping with the farm chores. And lastly, my niece, Ingrid, who's 1 year old, and she likes to help with the farm chores, even though she's very little. And this is Rosie. And Raquette. And they are the farm cats. The first chore we're going to do this morning is feeding the ducks, which is Rita's job. So she's going to tell us a little bit about that.
So that's Ruby, Snowflake, and Vanilla. Okay.
And why do they have this special red light?
To keep them warm.
Because they're baby ducklings.
Yes.
So the ducks are eating their food, and they're drinking some water. And I just learned that they have to put their head all the way under the water so that they can clear out their nostrils. Oh, there we go. So this is Ruby the duckling. We decided to bring her outside so you can see her a little better out from under her red light. And she is the smallest of the ducklings. And you can tell which one's Ruby because she has the least amount of color on her. So we brought her out to say hi. Say hi, second grade.
No.
After feeding the ducks, it's time to feed the chickens and look for any eggs. And they're eating, and Rita's about to give them some water. Ingrid likes to help too.
No.
Rita's gonna go get the eggs from the chickens.
Ingrid, don't shut me in. This one's huge.
Wow, that is cool. How many eggs are there?
2. This is me, silly. This one's tiny.
And how long have we been getting eggs from them?
I think it was like, I don't know.
Just about a week, I think.
Helping to carry the buckets.
So, yeah.
And
Bye,
here are the
chickens.
chickens. Oh, bye, chickens. It's ready to go for a ride on the horses now. But it's time to feed them, right? And she is feeding Colby right now.
And I'm going to feed Winter before he tries to jump over the fence.
Winter is very excited that it's breakfast time. He can't wait to eat. I don't know if some of you guys feel like that sometimes too. Winter's getting his ankle wrapped up again. He managed to knock off his bandage, but he injured his ankle. He had a little cut on it, so the vet said to keep a bandage on it for a little bit. We're gonna feed Bristol Bay his breakfast. Her breakfast. I should know that. She's really excited, but we gotta dump it in her blue bucket. There you go, Bristol.
There, good girl.
She's munching on her morning breakfast right now. Colby's munching on his breakfast out of his green bucket.
His first is waiting.
Colby's on a diet, so he only gets a little bit of hay. And Ingrid's helping give him the hay.
So Colby is called a roan. And you can see the little silver ticking all over him. As he sheds out into his summer coat, you'll see it more and more. So he'll look a little bit more gray, but he's like this dark brown color with gray ticking. It's really pretty. Yay, Colby!
Bye, Colby. So this is the barn, and Winter will come out here when it gets a little hotter later on in the day. It's nice and cool now in the morning, but when it gets a little hot, he might take a little break inside. Kind of like you do in the summer when it gets too hot outside. And Rockette looks like she's ready to mow the grass here. James, which is your favorite animal?
Horse.
The horse. Which horse is your favorite of your horses?
Buttercup.
Buttercup, not that one, of the real horses.
Oh, Blue.
Blue, but you sold Blue. Who's your favorite now?
Dusty.
Dusty. Do you ride Dusty sometimes?
Yeah, but I was scared.
You're a little scared of Dusty?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes
What
it
do
can
you
be a
ride?
little scary, but you like it too, right?
Yeah.
You're very brave to do that.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna come see Adam the bunny. What kind of rabbit is he?
He's a silver fox.
It's a silver fox rabbit. He's munching on some grass. There are also 2 sheep on the farm. They're in a temporary little pen while their new one gets built. And each day their pen is moved onto fresh grass a couple times a day. So they have something to eat. And it's almost like they're their own little lawnmower eating up the grass to keep it nice and low to the ground. See, they're eating up all this big tall grass. So I promised I'd introduce you to all the mini ponies. And this right here is Dusty. And then we have Tater Tot. He's the newest addition to the family. And Milkshake's over there. He's the one that's walking up. And they're getting ready for their breakfast too. Milkshake's eating out of the pink bucket this morning. Sometimes the ponies fight over their food, so they have to have some different buckets. Now they're going to get some hay out of this little barn here to give the horses also, because this pasture doesn't have a lot of grass, because mini ponies aren't supposed to have a lot of grass. This barn is where they keep all the hay that they're feeding the horses right now, so it's just full of a lot of hay. And you can see over here they're spreading it out across their pasture that they're in for the minis. And Tater Tot's already taken a bite of it. He has 2 different colored eyes. There's his blue eye and his brown eye. Kind of like Max Scherzer.
Sing a special song when we go behind Milkshake, so it's like do the milkshake shuffle around the back. And it's usually
And why do you have to do a special Milkshake shuffle around the back?
so it's usually because a horse can't see you behind the back, and so they know you're behind the back if you just like go close to their back.
And then they won't accidentally kick you or step on you.
Yeah.
Now that I've been talking to Milkshake and Tater Tot, I'm hungry for a milkshake and some tater tots. Now that the morning chores are done, it's time for us to head home. I had a lot of fun at the farm today doing the morning chores, and I hope you guys had fun too, and that you learned something about what it's like to live on a farm.